prescription, yeah, demons don't like me. I'm on my body, moving holy nightly. Suit and tie, Bible business, keep these situations brief. Don't know what they told you, I'm a holy soldier.
Hey.
Yeah, you can tell them welcome back.
Yeah. Back like we never left. Yeah. Back on the internet, YouTube, just on all platforms. Trying to bring content, trying to bring inspiration, trying to bring information, trying to bring revelation, trying to bring transformation. Yeah. Trying to help the people.
Before we get started, like, talk about just the journey, you know, that you want with your content. Like, what's something that you've come to enjoy since starting this? Like, we might be entering 3 months, you know, things that you've enjoyed, you know, watching it progress and stuff like that. Just talk about your journey so far.
Enjoying it, of course, loving it, especially with the ability to be able to share it with more people.
Yeah.
Not just the people you come in contact with physically, but to just reach a broader audience, just to give them knowledge, give them information. I don't want to die with all this in me. It don't make sense to die with it in me. You know, I'd rather be wrung out like a sponge, wrung out like a tower, so I better towel. I just prefer to just give it. So I'm a giver. Love the journey, love the process of growing. I don't like the missteps, so just entering into this space, seeing how things just grow step by step. So I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it. I can see myself doing this for a while.
Yeah.
I can see this going on for a while.
Like,
comment, subscribe. When you come in, hit the like button, subscribe, so that you can keep up with us and turn the notification on, if you will. So whenever a video pop up, you can get there first.
today we're going to talk about role models. In your opinion, what is a role model to you? What do you describe as a role model?
Well, I think we're all role models in some capacity. Now, we're positive role models and we're negative role models because somebody watching us. Somebody's always watching us. So I think that we should be, of course, a positive role model so that people can look at your life or look at what you're doing and just glean from it. And just be able to see how to do it. Some people might know what they want to do, they might not know how to do it. But if they see you doing it, then they get a vision. They get to see it. There's a cliche, a little saying they used to say, monkey see, monkey do. Baboon see, baboon try too. Well, if monkey see, monkey do, I might not like these words, but it behooves us to be a good monkey.
Yeah.
Because if the young people watching me,
Yeah, that's good.
and if it's monkey see, monkey do,
That's good.
I just got to work on being a good monkey.
Yeah, that's good.
Because if they're going to copy what I'm doing, then I want to make sure I'm doing it in a fashion that they could duplicate.
Yeah.
So the goal is to do it right.
I like how you said that. The monkey, like, it behooves to be a good monkey then.
Yeah.
If somebody watching you.
Right.
Kind of just pick up back right there, elaborate.
Yeah. It's just like what do you want people to see or perceive about you? What do you want them to learn about your life? Then be that.
Yeah.
You know, don't just tell a person what to do. Show them. See, there's a difference between an instructor and a father. An instructor tells you what to do, but a father shows you how to do it. Since I'm labeled as the Godfather, I don't just want to give you instructions. I want to be that one to grab you by the hand and say, here, let me show you how to do it.
Right.
And even if you mess up, for instance, I use the example, I'm teaching my son or my daughter how to fold a towel. I teach them how to fold a towel. And I fold it, and I say, here, fold it this way. And they mess up. I'm not gonna say, see, you can't learn, you're stupid. No, give it back to me. Pay attention. Watch how I fold it. Fold it like this and give it back to him. And it takes, to be a father, it takes patience. To be able to endure with the person that you're teaching. Instructor just drop the information off and do whatever you want with it. Right. But if I'm trying to get you to get it, I'm willing not only to tell you or give you the information, I'm willing to show you.
So I kind of got like two questions here. When could you say you had your first role model, and also when would be a good time to pick up a role model?
The first, I think I would say, I learned through observation. So like, if I could see you, then I could pick up whether you're my role model or not, like whether you acknowledged that, you teaching me something. Yeah. So I'm a person that if I see something that you're doing, and if I can get close to you, I'm just gonna pay attention. Like for barbering, like I would say, like I've learned through a couple people, but I could take Big Red, Webb's Barbershop. Okay, that's one of the first barbershops I went to. Right, I'm paying attention. I'm watching. I'm observing. I went to Sam, Peter Banks. Mm-hmm. These are people in Plaquemine, like paying attention, watching them. Just observing what they do, how they carry themselves, right. Paying attention. So when I was able to look at them and glean from them, I picked up some of the things. Now, as I started cutting and getting older, then you start other people, I watched Mr. Gilbert, I watched Smash when it took classes. Mm-hmm. So even if I don't know the person, if they giving a class and I want to learn something from them, I want to pick up something, I'm going to join the class. I'm going to see what's going on. And I'm learning because I'm trying to grow. And if I have arrived, if I feel I have attained, apprehended, or achieved, then I'm not leaving room for growth. Mm-hmm. And I always leave room for growth. I always say this, I look at people who are doing things I'm doing and perhaps doing it better than me, or doing something I'm not doing. I'm going to figure out how they're doing it. Now, this question, hopefully,
you answered it.
I have to answer both of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the other part of it was like, when would you say is a good time to pick up a role model?
I think you pick up a role model ASAP. Now some of that was before barber school.
Gotcha.
So my instructor in barber school, that's who teaching me. That's who getting me. So I think you pick it up ASAP. I think you pick one up ASAP. You get your mentor, become a mentee, and glean and learn. Pick their brain. Ask them questions. Be engaging. I don't think at a certain time, I think you start off ASAP. And you want to get a good one. Right? You want to get a good one. Because like when you're teaching, like me, I'm gonna call myself a little more seasoned, right? So I might skip a step and still come to a conclusion. Mm-hmm. The best conclusion on a haircut. But if I'm teaching, I shouldn't teach through bad habits. Yeah. So when you're looking for someone, you don't want to pick up their bad habits. Now, a young person might not know that's bad habits. Right. But if I'm the mentor and not the mentee, I need to understand as a mentor, don't give them my bad habits when I'm teaching.
Right. That's good.
So I want them to learn the right way. Because if you learn the wrong way, it's hard to break.
So, as a barber, so since we're talking about mentors, could a barber be a mentor to someone that's not looking to pursue barbering?
I would say yes. And one reason I say yes, because he is a leader. So you're leading, so you think about people coming to you. You're attracting people by your skills, by what you do, by your character, by your behavior, by your energy, by your vibe, your character. All that's attracting people to come sit in your chair or to take part in your service. So you can mentor people, because I always say I'm a businessman. So I can mentor somebody that's in business that might not be in the same business. I'm gonna show you how to do business and how to be a business person and how to attract people to your business. So yes, you can mentor people that's outside of your profession.
And for people that have taken on like a mentor role, talk about, because I hear you say sometimes like preachers need preachers.
Yeah.
So mentors need mentors, and how important it is to always have like a teachable spirit.
Right. Yeah, I think our role could be twofold. I'm a mentor, but I'm a mentee as well. So I'm pouring out, but I also need to be poured into. And so you got to always find that person for you, so that you, as you pouring out, you're being poured into. And when you're a mentor, and you become a mentee, it teaches you how to remain and humble and stay meek. Being teachable is having a openness about yourself. No matter if I've been doing this for 30 years, meekness is not weakness. It's just strength under control. So that's what meekness means. Meek, teachable. So I got strength. My strength is under control. I could yield myself to somebody else and let them teach me something, because they could teach me something that can revolutionize my life, my business, that it could catapult it and take it to another dimension. If I'm open and not being closed. I think it's important to always be open. The biggest room in the building is the room of improvement, and you can improve.
So, as the Godfather, what would be some, I suppose, like if you had your mentee right now, what would be, some things you would teach your mentee as the Godfather?
As in barbering.
In
barbering. I would teach them to perfect the craft. Try to get them to perfect the craft, perfect their fades, perfect their line, because that's what they're gonna be doing consistently. I would teach them how to. I would try to help them, give them the tools, the techniques, and different things to perfect them, to show how you arrive at the ultimate conclusion, right? The ultimate goal. I would also work on them as a person, because if I help you as a person, then I help you for life. I help you in every aspect of your life. If I make you better, then I make whatever you do better. So sometimes, because people will come to you because of what you do, but then sometimes people come to you because of who you are. So I would balance that. I wouldn't focus on just the skills. I would also focus on the character of the individual to make sure they got a good spirit about themselves, which will take them further than even the skill. Because there's a lot of barbers, a lot of people cut hair, a lot of people could fade. I would also teach business ethics, morals, like good business principles. I would make sure that's a foundation that they have. Every people cut hair, but they might not know business, and I would go beyond cutting hair. Don't just say you cut hair, say you grooming, you manicuring. Let's take this another step, because a lot of people cutting hair. Let's take it to another step to have this sticky product about yourself, that your haircut stand out. But not only do your haircut stand out, you stand out. Because if I'm a reflection of my service, then I need to be that person and put that person into what I'm doing. So I put that passion, I put that drive, I put that being down south, you say you put your foot in it. Yeah. You cooking gumbo, put your foot in it then. Yeah. When you put your foot in, you're putting your stamp on it. So I would work on the totality of the person. I would look at that person and work on the totality of the person. I work on their physical skills. I work on them as an individual. I work on them as business and the behavior as a business person to do business.
Do you think?
Now, that was a lot of.
Nah, it was good.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Oh well, let's say like this here. You open up a business, and you say, like you work on certain things like punctuality. You work on how you treat people. You know, having a Chick-fil-A model. You know, my pleasure. Like just having that make your service attractive, contagious. Like you might go somewhere else, but having that contagious aroma about your environment that it's like a magnet. It pulls people in, and it's just some small things you can do that can create that.
So, like, if we talking about like investment, so you have the mentor and you have the mentee relationship. Now, and then we talking about investment, how do you think mentoring is a form of investment, and being mentored is a form of investment?
Absolutely.
Elaborate.
And so, if I'm going to invest, if I'm the mentor, and I'm going to invest in the mentee has to show interest. So a lot of the onus is going to be on the mentee to present themselves and to show interest, because if the investment is going to yield a return, then both parties has to be on the same page. Now I could avail myself and be ready, like, hey, I'm ready. But if the mentee, so it's like a seed. It don't germinate on any and every ground. The ground, the soil has to be prepared for the reception of the seed. So I got to, as the mentor, I got to have the seed. The seed got power within itself to grow and produce. I got the fruit to prove it, right? Got the seed to prove it. It's gonna produce after its own kind. The mentee has to be the soil. And so that environment has to be there, so that growth and the return of the investment is worth it.
And I asked that question because I just been realizing, like, all investment don't start from money.
Right, facts.
Knowledge,
time.
time, all those type of things, being investments. So if you switch roles, mentees, what type of mindset and things should a mentee have when they're going, like, approaching a mentor, or just like you say, gleaning from a mentor?
Some mentors may not have a one-on-one class with you, right? Figure out what they do. Study them from a distance. Depending on where they are, just study them from a distance. And anything they got going on that's pertaining to that field, put yourself in the way. Put yourself in the way to get what they offer. If they got videos, if they do videos, study them, pay attention. I would put myself in the way. I wouldn't. I mean, I ain't talking about degrading yourself to do it. I ain't talking about looking like a flunky or anything. But, I know people be bothered by that. But if you Barbary and I see you online, one thing I can do is follow you.
Right.
Watch your videos. Watch what you do. See if you got YouTube. See if you got tutorials. Do you offer any classes? I could hit them up. Do you offer any one-on-one classes? Can you? I would try my best to come close. Now, you might not, you might not go sit at their house or nothing like that. Right. But you're not looking to be, I guess, you're not looking to go eat dinner with them for Thanksgiving. Right. Not that happen, but you're looking to glean the knowledge, glean from their skill, and there are ways to do that without bothering them.
How do you take
being a bother, I would say,
from a mentor, but still keep your authenticity?
I think you frame it into your context. Like, everything don't have to be copy and paste, right? So they used to say there's more than one way to skin a cat. So can I take what you're doing, chew it? Is it my process? When you chew something, you break it down so that you can digest, so that you can swallow it, so you can accept it, and then you can digest it. So I would take what they're doing and maybe I need to chew it so I can swallow it, so I can digest it. So now I put it into my context. I might can't copy and paste what they're doing because I'm not trying to. We're not a clone. All of us got our own fingerprint. I got my own unique style, but I'm pulling from here, pulling from there, if you will. But I am processing it, and I'm also breaking it down so that it could fit me and becomes part of me without losing me. Because I'm not trying to just be a carbon copy. I'm trying to be my authentic self.
Yeah.
I don't have to just do it like they do it. But I can still glean from their feel.
Yeah.
And it still become part of my feel. You know.
At this point in your career, like, are you looking to mentor, barbers? Because you say, like, I don't want to die, with all this in me, So, like, is there anything you look to do to present yourself, or anything you do to present yourself as a mentor for younger barbers?
Would love to. I think some things be weird, right? Help me answer the question. I'll keep that question in front of me because I look like I'm about to take the long route.
Yeah, go ahead.
People are weird. Like people, you hear things like, keep your circle small. So with statements like that, it's like you're not inviting. So people, like as a mentor, if I always holler, man, you gotta keep your circle small. Keep your circle small. Well, I'm 54 years old. I probably already got my circle. So that means I'm not open for anybody new to come into my life. I don't too much rock with. I understand what they're saying. Keep your circle small. Don't get me wrong. And so from the mentor perspective, you got to be open, right? So I'm open. Thank God for things like the internet, which allow me to mentor people and push knowledge, information, without having to know the person.
Yeah.
Without having to physically know the person. They could just look at you and learn what they could learn from you and keep it moving. The mentee idea as well, sometimes they don't want to learn, especially when you're in the same area sometimes. Yeah. It could be difficult because they don't want to learn from a person that's in the area.
Right.
So it look like we'll go somewhere else and learn. I learned. The people I named, they from right here.
Right.
Miss Webb's Baton Rouge, Mr. G, Baton Rouge, that's just to name a few. Mr. Brady was my instructor. When I say Sam, Peter Banks, that's local. Right. That people in Plaquemine, that in my area, my surrounding area that I love from Smash, he was in Baton Rouge. So I ain't talking about nobody that's no internet sensation.
Right.
I'm talking about people that, that sometimes a mentee could be weird. All of us, we humans, we got our weird ways. And so we might not feel like I won't learn from somebody. Because then somebody say, oh, so-and-so taught you.
Yeah.
People don't. So people like the secret. They like Nicodemus. They come by night, be secretive. So I think a way to connect with people is through mechanism like this. That, hey, I'm giving the game. I'm giving it whether you want to acknowledge you learned or not. I'm it's able to get out there.
Yeah.
Without but we just gotta get over ourselves sometimes and just get over ourselves. I mean, I'm trying to get it, somebody got it, I'm trying to get it,
Yeah.
and I ain't afraid to ask no questions, you know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid of that. By no stretch of my imagination, I'm not afraid. But if I gotta go to somebody right down the street, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Because when I get better, and then you gonna see it. You're gonna see the fruit of it.
Right.
You're gonna see that was beneficial to my life.
Yeah.
And I think maybe just the way I am, where I'm built. Like I don't know if you could take nothing away from me.
All right.
Like you might could take it away from me in your head.
Gotcha.
But how you gonna take something away from me that I got?
Yeah.
I got to relinquish it to you.
Yeah.
So if you feel that I learned from, or you feel like that lessened me, that's basically on you.
Yeah.
That built me.
Yeah.
it ain't taking nothing away from me because the barber down the street, man, me and him cool, and I learned something from him. It ain't taking nothing away from me. You might think it did, but I got in there and learned something.
You still possess the skill.
I still gotta. He ain't coming taking my hands and cutting for me.
Right.
So like, people might say, "Oh man, he took his game from Michael Jordan." Well, if Kobe can pattern behind Mike and come close, that says something about Kobe too. Because how many people tried to be like Mike and wasn't even close? So it don't take nothing away from Kobe that he patterned himself around Michael Jordan, who was deemed the GOAT. So if I'm looking at somebody and say, man, this man here does this better than me, I need to see what he's doing. Yeah, so you can't take nothing away from me. So I don't feel like, and you can say whatever you want about me. I know who I am. Now, I am maybe my raising, I know who I am. So I ain't, so like me and Corey, we go to Smash. I've been fading. We got a barbershop. We got 20, we had 25 probably plus years of cutting and going to sit at a class, a fade class. Now, you think that, whatever, you think that made me and Corey look bad or something? That probably made like, man, them boys, again, this leadership or this role model, right? For the barbers as well. What are we showing? See, I could tell you you ought to go learn. I could tell you ought to go sit at somebody. But I'm bigger than just an instructor. I'm a father. So you see me doing it. So I make it cool. I make it okay. That you go sit and learn from somebody else. It's cool. The Godfather did it. And you know how most of us let somebody big do it. The minute, we ain't never want no skinny. I know this off. We ain't never want no skinny pants. I ain't come up with no skinny. I ain't went on no fit pants with bag. But soon as somebody that's popular do it, they get okay.
I just was about to ask you, like, at this point, like, is there, still anything you could learn, or still in that vein, that view of like, okay, let me go sit and see what I could learn, seeing are there other things that I could pick up from other people and stuff, and you say y'all are going, like you said, y'all have had 20 plus years of fading. And still open and willing to go 30 years right now, but it was 20 something years when I was going at that point.
And still be looking for classes. Right. But go ahead with your question.
Right. Just talking about not like getting to a ceiling and then going past the ceiling, like not like closing the door on broadening your, like elaborating on broadening your knowledge.
Well, two things I'll say to answer that. Somebody always been doing it longer than you. Right. Somebody probably done covered more ground than you. Somebody done more than you done. So you always have somebody that you can look up to, right? That you can always see. And of course, we all may hit a ceiling because, time, and body, and stuff like that, age. So if I look at like Mr. Gilbert, Mr. Gilbert cut hair, multiple shops, fixed clippers, sharpened clippers, just did a lot of different things, right? So I could still reach for something. Right. I could still reach for like, when you look at the buying clippers, where do we go to get our clippers? Who's selling them? Right. So does a barber think about, being a place where you could come buy clippers and sell them? My mind works all the time with this kind of stuff. Like I think about shoes. We all stand up. Right. When will a barber create a pair of shoes that's so that people wear Jordans to cut hair in, people wear Brooks and what the other ones I had Echoes, Hogan's, So when a barber gonna say, man, look, I've been stand up. I know what comfort is. So it's always something to reach. So you look at somebody that done something. That's one way. You look at somebody that done something with you. But then it's new stuff constantly coming in. So how to stay relevant, something new could be coming in that you didn't when you started cutting, or when you've been cutting, wasn't there. How you make adjustments to stay relevant, and because if I'm teaching people, if I'm educating people, I want to be able to go up. I want to go forward or go backward, and I want to be in the present. So I want to have a future view. I want to be able to talk about the past and the present.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I want to be able to do it all. So I'm being well rounded. Stay well rounded. Because if you're teaching younger people, you want to be able to meet them where they are. Because I can't just drag them to where I am. I got to come back to where they are, respect where they are at the present, and walk with them. Again, I got to hold their hand, willing to hold their hand.
And you saying that, like, how do you stay relevant? Because you could talk about where you are. I mean, you could talk about, you could bring them, like how you got to where you are. Talk about the past, but being like knowing what like the times they are in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you stay relevant to maybe the new barber?
Like relevant in the style, like for its cutting.
Or just in the industry, like relevant to their time of like entering the barber industry.
Yeah. I think a couple of things you can do. You put your print down. You make your mark. Make your mark by being great at what you do. Like, I used to say like playing basketball. I tell like most basketball players, like to go to the pros, you probably got to do multiple things great. Some people, if all they could do is shoot, they're probably gonna get in. But us, we got to be able to shoot. We got to be able to dribble. We got to be able to jump. We got to be able to. You just got to be able to do it all. But I used to tell my son, like, you ought to be able to do something great though. So there ought to be something I could do that stands out. Whether that's my fade or whether that's my line, something ought to stand me out. So if I got something that stands me out, that keeps me relevant. Because it stand out like a fade. That's all everybody fading. Right? Like I always say, we just might be fading in different areas, but we still fading. So you stay relevant by making sure your skills are up, but also you don't be afraid to explore other ideas. Now you could lock in one area, but I wouldn't be afraid to explore other areas. And when you come into a shop, like we got generational people. So we got the daddy, the son, the grandson. Like we got multiple generations. So guess what? If we was cutting the grandfather hair, the grandson ain't getting the same haircut. So how are we going to keep on doing this? We're going to be able to keep it. Now certainly the parents could do it, but we have to have the skill level to be able to. And so you learn people. I mean, you learn and you listen. You be a great listener, so you can. Because sometimes we saying, I always say this. Sometimes I was telling the guy this other day. We are saying the same thing. We're just using different words.
Yeah.
And so, if you don't understand the language, you're gonna separate yourself from them. But if you sit for a minute, they're using a different language than what we're using, but yet we're saying the same thing. And so you don't let the language disconnect you, because you didn't do it that way or you didn't say it that way. And they, I use this in a church setting, Yeah. So like I'm on the street, they be saying, "Huh, bro?" You go in the church, they gonna say, "Amen." Preacher gonna say, "Can I get a witness?" In the street, they gonna say, "Can you feel me? You feel me?" So it's like this. They're saying the same thing, but they're using different words. And so you stay relevant by understanding, even though we all. Because guess what? At one time we were young, and older people. So now we older people. So it's just the way it goes. You don't have to disconnect just because they don't do it the way you do it.
Yeah.
You didn't do it the way, but you glean from that field and you expand it. So when you looking backwards, you don't just disregard and cancel it out because they ain't doing it your way. They ain't saying it the way you said it. Understand, you're the mature one. If I'm the mentor, I'm the mature one. I'm the role model. So I got to be able to interpret what you're saying. Interpret what you're saying and show how to bridge this gap, because I think it's a big divide between the young people and the older people. Sometimes the old people like, man, I don't know what they're talking about. So guess what? They done isolate themselves. Young people like, I don't know what they're talking about. So it takes somebody to say, let's bridge this gap, and so that we can all connect with one another and show that we all connected, even though we might. You do it this way, I do it this way. You say it this way, I said that way. But who unites us and make us show us that, you know what, we really doing the same thing. Yeah.
So, kind of like landing the plane. When is it a good time to, or let me rephrase it, separation, of the mentor or mentee? Like, when has the mentor brought a mentee to that point of, like, release? Or who, like, when does the mentee know, like, I might be able to, stand on my own 2 feet without my mentor? Like, I've learned all that I could learn from this person. Like, at what point would you say?
Well, if we start off knowing what we're trying to achieve, so like the question would be asked, what are you expecting to get out of me being your mentor? What do you want? All right. So, hey, well, that's gonna be the goal. And when we reach that goal, that phase, is over with. Now, I think you both will know, because you get to, the teacher always give tests. And the test sometimes tell where the individual is. So when the test comes and how you respond to the test will say exactly where you are. And if you need some more sharpening, it might start out, okay, well, and it might look something like this. Like, we meet, let's say every other week in the beginning. Then as growth happen, it might be once a month that we meet personally. As you see the growth come, you might see less and less in person, and now you're putting into practice. Because sooner or later, you got to play the game.
Right.
So we might say, okay, we're gonna practice for 3 months, and then we're gonna play the game. Let you play the game, and then you're gonna come back and we're gonna assess how you are, and then we finish with this phase, and now we can. If you see something else you want to get from that particular mentor, then you say, okay, well, look, I want to move to the next phase after this here. I want to move to the business side, or I want to move to the character side, the leadership side, And I think you know, but you put your little flags in the ground to know that we're trying to get to this point here. And I think it should be here at this particular time. And once we get there, we'll do assessment, look at it, and if we're there, then we'll keep moving. And then you probably could keep the mentor for life. But you just might not be in the same capacity. You check on them or whatever, see what you do. You just have conversations. And the role is still the same, but how the role is played out probably becomes different. Because now you got all the tools, you got the techniques, you got what's needed to get you through these rough spots. Because you've been trained. Yeah, but the teaching, the foundation is still there, but just connect with the person as needed.
I just heard you say a word, train, because I was watching this video, and the guy, he was saying, the only thing I'm not a motivational speaker. He was saying, like, I'm a trainer, I'm a coach, but don't call me a motivational speaker. What do you think is the difference between, like, what do you think a motivational speaker is, and do you think, like, is there any difference between, like, somebody, like a motivational speaker, or like a trainer, or like a role model?
Yeah. Well, I could say it like this, just what I just finished saying. Let's say this. Let's say just how people look at it. Let's say the trainer is motivating me. Okay, let's define it then. Right. When you say you're not a motivational speaker, I guess you're saying you don't communicate verbally, I guess. But you train. Okay, what you train in. Like, what is your training? And so if we want to break it down through definition and show the difference, and then we'll say it's different. But you could be doing some of the same thing. The trainer could be motivating the person that they're training. Right. But I guess, I don't know if they're probably just saying, I'm not a motivational speaker. I don't motivate people. I train people. and maybe they're looking at motivation and just giving them some gas.
Yeah.
And training is like making you disciplined to get it. But I think we all need motivation, and we need both of them. We need to be motivated, and we need to train.
Yeah.
If I'm training, I need motivation to keep training. And sometimes like anything we do, I think we need unity among our body. So like my body, my mind, and my spirit, they need to be unified. So like if I gotta train, my body might say I need to train, but my mind don't want to train.
Right.
My body is telling me I need to train. So I might need motivation in my mind to line up with what the need of the body is. So that now I'm motivated in my mind to fulfill the ultimate goal of the body, because the body need to train.
Yeah.
So, but if they ain't on the same page,
Right.
I need to be training, but I ain't got the mind or the will. Now I can have the mind, the will, I got my body's ready, but then my heart, my cardio might say no. So I can have two components saying yeah. My body say yeah, my mind say yeah, but my cardio say no. So now I got to get the cardio on track with the mind, if you will, on track with the body, so that we could get to this end goal. So I might need the motivation, I need the training, I need the gas, I need all that, Yeah, I just need it all. And sometimes again, certain things separate us.
Yeah.
It might disconnect people, and I get it, when you have defined something, you know what you're doing and what you're not doing. I get that, but sometimes we ain't gotta let it separate us.
Yeah. So any wisdom, you be dropping the gems, any wisdom you will give to the mentor or to the mentee?
Like on just in general.
Yeah, any as a mentor,
Yeah, for the mentor, like we talked about role model. All right, remember, as the mentor, remember you're leading somebody. Remember you are somebody watching you, somebody paying attention to you, and somebody genuine, like not just necessarily somebody that don't like you. I'm talking about somebody that's genuinely looking at you and desiring you, you motivating you, inspiring, and they want to learn from you. So I would encourage that mentor. Again, if monkey see, monkey do. And baboon see, baboon try to. Be a good monkey. Be the change, or be the person that you would want your son to be. Be the person that you would want your daughter to marry. So that it could be seen. Don't just be an instructor, be a father in it. And that's learn, and be able to convey what you're doing. Be able to translate what you're doing. The mentee, I would tell a mentee to stay open. To stay open to receive. And sometimes you learn also through observation, and not just information. You learn by way of information, but that information has to bring forth some sort of transformation. It's not just having information without inspiration leads to constipation. So let it transform your life, but stay open so the information can work for you. It can grow you. It can mature you. It can do what it need to do for your life.
All right. Okay. How you ending it? You ending it like that?
Yeah. No. I would end it like, if we want to change society, see, we talk about role models. I look at role models and leadership. If we want to bring about a change, if we want to see things different, a lot of people want to see different. A lot of people hope for different. Don't just want to see different. Don't just hope for different. Be different. Have the DNA of the different. You spoke to me about, like, when you pull from somebody else, when you get from somebody else, You don't have to copy and paste it. But the way things work in life, you learn from one another. But as you learn, put it in your context and let it become part of you. And so that you can bring about a change in society, in your home, in your own life, and in the lives of others around you.